Today I am back again with my No Pan Left Behind update, and I'm so excited because I am rolling in a new eyeshadow palette today. I always love rolling in new palettes, playing around with my collection, and I love this project because it is very, very no commitment. So the whole point of this project pan is I take an eyeshadow palette and I use every single shade one time, and then I can roll it out. It's brilliant because on my channel I do so many project pans that it is sometimes really hard to keep track of my palettes, and this project just keeps me aware of my whole collection. It makes me use every shade, so no shade is left behind, as you could probably tell from the title. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I upload every single day here on my YouTube channel, 7 videos a week plus YouTube shorts, so you'll never get bored here, and I hope you love project panning, get ready with me's, and bright, fun, colourful makeup looks. Today I've gone a little bit more neutral because of the palette that we're working on. This month I've been working on my Natasha Denona Glam palette, and this has been our singles palette that I've been working on. So what I like to do is hand choose a pre-made palette and then randomize 9 single eyeshadows, and they are the focus of this project. So I'm going to start talking about the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I've been working on this palette for 2 months, and it is a newer eyeshadow palette in my collection. It was very kindly gifted to me by Ali. Ali, if you're watching this, another huge thank you. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, and if you've been keeping track on my journey with this eyeshadow palette, you will know that I've had up and down experiences with it. I really wasn't sure if I liked it. However, I have found this month, by playing around with this more, I've learnt to love her for how she is. I had this expectation of her being like something that she's not, and I think the first few months that I was playing with this, I put her to a standard that was too high, and now I've kind of learned to enjoy her for what she is, for what she offers, and all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't say it's a massive favourite palette. However, I do enjoy it. I don't not like this palette, and I'm really glad that I've got that realization, because that is a massive reason I wanted to roll this into the project in the first place. I had no idea how I felt about this palette. I was up and down and I was very confused. So now that I've got that in my brain, I'm very happy. So last month we had done a few looks, and I did go through all of the looks that I had done up to that point in last update. So this update we had 4 shades on the bottom to use, and I think 3 shades on the top to use, and they were all shimmers, so I was really nervous because I didn't have any mattes. Well, I did, but none in this project. So I'm going to start with the look that I'm wearing today. So the mattes are all from different project pans, so they're not from this palette. However, I'm using this deep gold on my outer lid. I'm using this bright gold on my inner lid, and I'm also using this pinky shimmer on my lower lash line. So that is those 3 shades there. So then I did this look, and this look was this matte shade in the crease, which I had already used last update, but I used it again, why not? And then I also used these 2 shimmer shades here, this deeper one on the outer V, and then this lighter one all over the lid. I was very nervous because I don't really like deep shimmers, but I have been putting the deep shimmers just to blend out the lid shades recently, and I've actually really started to like that. I've never done that before, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but I'm very happy with how that look turned out. It was a very simple work look. And then I did a third look. I forgot to take a picture of it, so I'll just put a screenshot of the video that this was in. I did do a get ready with me with this look, talking about my new job and how it's going and all that kind of stuff. And for that look, I used the remaining 2 shades left to use. So these 2 shades down here, this once again on the outer V, and then this once again all over the lid. So with that being said, I have now used every single shade in this eyeshadow palette. And like I said, I had a thought of this palette before I started using it, that it was gonna be like more than what it was, or maybe more comparable to like indie brands and like super intense shimmers. However, I have learned that this is a work palette. This is a very muted palette for me. And I think the more that I accept that and the more that I understand that, the more I like this palette. It's not fair to hold it to super incredible indie duochrome standards because it is not that, but I do like it. I do like this palette for just an everyday work look. It is nice. Would I choose this over some of the other palettes in my collection? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. But the point of rolling it into this project was because I had no idea how I felt about it. I'm very, very happy now. I have some understanding and I'm happy now putting it back in my drawers and knowing what I know now. Okay, so let's talk about the singles palette here. Every month, like I said, I randomize shades to put in this single eyeshadow palette, and this is the color story that I got this month. A lot of you guys said it's like a Halloween-y color story, and I totally agree, but I am happy to say I've used 3 of these shades, so not much. Normally I wipe out like 6 of the shades in a month, but been slacking a little bit this month. So this shade down here has actually been rolled into my Pan That palette. So I completely rejigged my whole Pan That palette earlier this month. If you didn't see that video, I will link it up in the cards. It's really satisfying. I basically do a new BYOP for Pan That palette, and this was one of the shades that made the cut. Now unfortunately I don't have any looks with this because I kind of forgot that it was in this project as well. So I'm going to take this out, but you're definitely going to be seeing more looks with this shade in the future. I'm trying to work on it permanently, so it's been upgraded. This is the shade Sunlight from the Pastel Roses, and it does have a decent dip in it already, and it is a beautiful yellow to green kind of duochrome. This is going to be my best friend in summer, I can already tell, and I'm really excited that this has been upgraded. It's been promoted. It is in with the big boys now. So I wanted to talk about this purple. I haven't used this purple, however, for some reason it had been moved into my main singles collection out of this palette. So I don't know if I used this for a BYOP earlier in the month and then forgot to put it back, but that's why that one hasn't been used, unfortunately. So now I'm going to talk about this look. It's going to be a screenshot again because once again I forgot to take a picture of it, but I have filmed a video with this look. I started with Axis, which is a shade in my Pan Those eyeshadows, and it's actually the shade I'm wearing as a wing today, and I put that all over the lid and all in the crease. I blended it out with this bright teal here. This is from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette, and it is the shade 26, and I just used that to blend all the way through my crease. It was such a beautiful color. I really did love this color. You guys know I love blues and teals and anything like that, and it went perfectly with Axis. It is just like a lighter version, so I'm very grateful about that. And then on the inner corner, I used this very kind of neutral, basic cream shimmer shade. I knew I was going to put this on the inner corner of one look, and that was my opportunity. This is the shade Feline from the Barry M Tiger palette. A very easy shade to use. I'm pretty happy I've got that out. And then on the lid of this look, I used my NYX Vintage Jean Baby palette. It was the shade that I was trying to hit pan on in my Project Level Up, which I did manage to hit pan on. Spoiler alert, I will put my Project Level Up update in the cards as well. We did roll in a brand new palette in that video, so if you wanted to see my level 2 palette, definitely go and check that out. So this is what our palette looks like right now. I know only 3 shades gone, but I think that's okay. Some months are slow months, and this has just been a little bit of a slow month, but I still get to randomize 3 shades. Let me know down below, what shades do you think we're going to roll in? What kind of colors? Comment down below right now, and we'll see if you're right. Okay, so I have 127 single eyeshadows, and I'm going to randomize 3 today for my new palette. I have 48. I have 97, and I have 113. Okay, I'm gonna run off camera, see what those shades are, and then come back with the new singles and also my new eyeshadow palette. I am so excited. Don't go anywhere. I will be back in a sec. Okay, I am back with my new color story. So I will start with my singles palette, and I'm actually really excited about this palette. We've got some shades that really do work well with the remaining shades that we have left to work on. this is my new color story. So above it, I will put my old color story, what it looked like, so you can see the difference. I feel like this is a lot more spring, so I'm very happy about that. It fits the time of the year. So I'll go through my new shades. So this matte kind of pastel green, this is also from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette, and that is the shade 43. So I think this is going to go really well with some of the oranges, with the pink, with the green. I think this is going to be so beautiful. It's very contrasty to a lot of the other shades, and you guys may know I love contrasting eye looks, so I'm very happy and excited to work on that. The next shade is this shade, and this is from the Nicole Concealio palette with Violet Voss. I can't remember the exact shade, but it is the kind of sicky, greeny, browny shade, and it sounds disgusting, but it's beautiful. And this is gonna go so well with this duochrome green. I've had this green duochrome in for months, and it's just kind of sat there because I've never known how to use it, but with this matte, it's gonna go perfectly. So just a very easy 2-shade look with these two is gonna be perfect for work, so I'm so excited to work on those two, get them both out finally. And then the third shade is this shade. Look at this. This is Dreamscape from the Pastel Roses. It is literally stunning. It is like a green, blue, pink multi-chrome, and oh my god, it feels literally wet as I swatch it. Look at that. Oh wow, that is insane. You can definitely see the duochrome on camera there. I'm so excited to smother this all over my eyes, and this is going to go so well with my Natasha Denona palette that I rolled into my level up. I'm really, really excited to wear this shade. I've been wanting an excuse to wear this shade, and this is a massive reason that I love rolling my duochromes into this project, because a lot of the time they get neglected, and I mean, this is a stunning shade. This should not be neglected, but now I have a chance to use it. I'm so excited. What do you think of this new color story? What does it remind you of? What kind of theme do you think it is? Let me know down below. As I said, this is very spring to me. Colorful spring. Love it. Okay, so the last thing for us to do today is replace the Natasha Denona Glam palette with a new pre-made palette in my collection, and I'm so excited about this. This is my newest palette in my collection, and this is the Titanium Foxes Poppy Storm eyeshadow palette. I did just do a review of this palette. Look at this. I will link the review up in the cards if you were interested to see my thoughts, but spoiler alert, it is stunning. It is beautiful. It is perfect for me. Look at this palette. I have done a total of 1 look with this palette so far, but I want to do a lot more. So that is why I'm rolling it into this project pan. I am so excited. I think it's also going to go quite well with some of the new shades that I rolled in. So hopefully I can get some really seriously amazing looks. I have said before, this palette reminds me more of like winter. It's like grungy winter, but I'm not mad about that, okay? I could wear grungy winter all year long. This is just stunning. And some of these duochromes, I've got to swatch this again. This is the shade Poppy Lava. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This duochrome is just breathtaking, and I cannot wait to smother my eyes with this. So if you are interested in some looks with this palette, definitely stick around and make sure you tune in for next month's update, because I'm sure I'm gonna have so many beautiful looks with this palette and also with this new singles palette. What did you think of the looks from today? A lot of them were very, very neutral, because the Natasha Denona Glam palette, she is a work appropriate girly, and a lot of the time that's not my personal jam, but for work, for every day, she's a good one. I hope you did enjoy this video today, guys. If you did, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Let me know some looks that you would do with my new color stories. I always want to hear your guys' thoughts for inspiration. And with that being said, this is where I'm going to love you and leave you. Have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye-bye.